At YGAM, our social purpose is to inform, educate and safeguard young people against the potential harms caused by gambling and gaming. Given that we work with university students and work with universities as well, we thought it was important to get a better understanding of young people's attitudes towards gaming and gambling whilst we're at university, which is why we carried out our research speaking to over 2,000 university students across the country to find out that 79% of the students that we spoke to game. We also have a university and student engagement programme where we work with Year 2 and Year 3 students across the country who are given a part-time living wage, and they are then given the skills and knowledge to work for the charity, delivering awareness sessions on campus.
So I've been working with YGAM for a couple of months now. My initial interest to get started with them was being an avid gamer myself. My experience with the gaming industry, and at least how it's evolved throughout the last 10-15 years, there's been a clear move away from you pay directly for a product to slightly more online services.
Through our research we also found out that there was a wide variety of reasons for why people game whilst at university, varying from the challenge to pass the time due to peer pressure and also to reduce stress levels. If we look at our research and put it on a national scale, we would find that 264,000 students are at some risk from gambling, and 88,000 students are already classed as problem gamblers.
I've been a gambling addict for approximately nearly 15 years really, probably a little bit more than that. The reason that I can't define an actual date is because I'm not sure when I actually became an addict. However, I do recall the first time I was betting money, and that was when I was at secondary school.
At YGAM we've been approached by a number of current students and former students who've talked about how they've gambled more than they can afford whilst at university. And sadly for a number of the former students, this has led to them having to drop out of university.
It was impacting my education at this point. I was missing essays, deadlines, I was missing lectures, I was compromising friendships that I'd made at university. Gambling basically just became my life. I was at it at 100 miles an hour, and it was coming for everything and everyone in my life. What attracted me to YGAM, the Young Gamblers and Gamers Education Trust, was that their focus is very much on prevention. It's about education, and that to me is absolutely key.
At YGAM we want to continue to raise awareness on campus and help people understand that this is a real issue that we need to tackle.
Yeah, life is good. I'm now in recovery, and it is far, far better than addiction, despite still being in the face of all of that hurt, loss and financial pressure, but just one day at a time.
It can be so important that if you do notice something, to not be afraid to speak up and say something. Nothing is lost by asking your friends if they're okay. Nothing is lost if you ask your friends if they're spending too much time gaming.
And I'm very, very proud to be a part of the YGAM team.